1, 2, 3, clap.
I was late that time.
Wait, okay.
Wayne,
So you were way
Wayne, guess what?
What?
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
that's right. I forgot about hey and hi and all that, and welcome to Hey Buddy Nice Podcast. Over there in Brogan, doing very nice. That is Scotland Hastings.
And over there in Australia, clearly having a stroke. That's way too fancy.
Yep. I no longer can function. It's very hard. I said that you're sitting inside yourself. Is that right? Yeah.
I don't know what you said.
Yep. Over there in Brogan, that's Scotland Hastings. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. We didn't even write it down.
No.
So how are you doing? Doing nice?
Nice. I mean, neither of us are doing nice right now, but
That's not the point. We're putting on a brave face.
Wayne, nice.
Nice. Why is everything nice?
I don't even think we should just clarify. I think we should just say nice.
No, we have to clarify. It's because we already know the name of this episode, don't we?
Yeah, it's not complicated.
Yeah, it's just hey buddy, nice. Is that it?
Nice.
Hey buddy.
Hey buddy.
Nice.
Nice.
Because this is episode 69, and 69 is the sex number. Is that the only one though? I don't know. I feel like 72 would
there's
be good.
69. I don't know. I mean, there's other funny numbers. I mean, 420.
Yeah, plays on.
420 is
yeah.
the episode we'll get high.
Oh,
It's far enough away.
That episode. Oh, okay.
Let me clarify. That'll be the episode that I get high.
Okay, cool. I mean, how long away is that then? Episode 420. That's got to be.
It's about 4 years. It's about another 3 years away.
You reckon?
That'll be 33.
How many episodes do we do? We do about 100. We technically should be doing about 104 episodes a year because we're doing 2 a week and there's 52 weeks a year. So yeah, about 4 years. Yep, good call.
Yeah.
Numbers.
Probably slightly longer because we've messed up our timings with Vegas trips.
I'm going to say
that.
slightly less because we started off doing 1 episode a week, and I don't know. I don't know.
Roughly.
I
was roughly right. In another 3 years.
I'd say that. I would agree. Yeah. So in another 3 years, and you don't want any practice runs before then?
No.
That just doesn't interest you whatsoever.
Getting high in general doesn't interest me.
Okay.
It's not at all. Yeah, I've got enough problems with my brain without adding to it. You know.
See, I can. No, I'm not going to talk about that. Let's avoid that talk right now. We're talking happy things. It's like your boys behind you there. Have they always been there on that display and I've just never noticed? Are they all Vegetas?
Oh, the Vegetas. Yeah, no, they have moved because they used to be on top of a stand over in the corner of the room, which was on top of the mini fridge. But I'm moving the mini fridge because I don't use it anymore. So now I've moved them over here with my boys and my important ones in the corner, including my most prized Vegeta figure.
Ooh, hunky boy Vegeta.
Hunky boy
That's just
Super
Vegeta.
Saiyan 4.
That's just regular Vegeta, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I got this one 10 years ago, roughly.
Oh, wow.
And it's got it on eBay, and it's really, really freaking hard to find, to the point that I almost paid like 100 quid for it 10 years ago. And then the supplier fell through, and I found it on eBay for a tenner, and I was like, yes!
Oh, wow. Yeah. Inbox or just floating free?
Nope, just floating free, and it's perfect. And then to the point that when the boys were at the house last time, they came up, and as they do because they like to nosy in the rooms, and the youngest picked it up and went, oh, Vegeta, he's so cool. And I'm like, yep, don't touch that one.
Never lay your hands upon it.
I will give you just about anything I own, but you cannot have that.
And they're still kind of young, so they were probably like covered in jam and touching your things. That's just disgusting because children are always covered in jam.
I mean, the youngest, is a human vacuum. he will just eat anything. So the oldest is a bit more neater.
Speaking of vacuums and being neat, you said that you cleaned your car for the first time in a whole year.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been... I genuinely don't know if I've cleaned my car... But if I cleaned my car between Vegas visits. I don't think I did. But I'm not 100% sure. But no, it was in desperate need of cleaning.
So do you have rules in your car, kind of like Paul Mattingly, like no eating in your car and stuff like that, or you just don't care?
I just don't care.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not true. It's not like I don't have stuff that I could spill.
Yeah.
In my car, I don't have open containers. You know, but I don't like if I eat stuff in the car. If I've eaten stuff in the car, it's been like a chocolate bar or a bread roll or something like that. You know, that there's crumbs, but it's not making a mess.
Yep. So I cleaned both cars, my car and the work car, like the day before going back to work after getting back from Vegas. And that was the first time in a long time after my boss told me multiple times, you need to vacuum out that car. And I had... Oh, can you hear the rain? It's pissing down here at the moment. Hopefully it won't get picked up on the mic. Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
I think I can hear it when you talk, but otherwise no.
Oh, okay, wow. So do you know what the rain means?
No.
I don't have to clean the outside of my car now either. I should just open the windows and it can clean the inside. But I fully went in with the expectation of I'm going to... And I was. Like, every day I was, like, taking, like, any rubbish that I had in the car. Like, if I had a coffee and there was, like, a takeaway coffee cup, I'd take that out. And it's just gotten to the point where, nope, I'm not doing that at the moment. So I've got, like, 2 coffee cups and an energy drink thing in the back seat. just taking up room. And then my personal car... look, open containers, not a worry. Ryan's been in my car. He's opened a can of Pepsi Max and it's exploded everywhere. Sort of cleaned it up. Had a friend in the car.
Oh, that would stress me.
And spilt some ice cream. Sort of wiped it up at the time, and then they got in my car again, and I was like, oh, the ice cream is still there. And this is like a year later. It's like, ooh. I mean, look, it's not really there. It's just like remnants of it. Yeah, it bothers me too. But I don't have the ability to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't give lifts. I don't take people. I'm usually the only person in my car, so that probably makes things easier.
Do you still have a hairy passenger in your car from time to time?
No, I haven't had for a while. But I know because, like you with cleaning your car, I'm not able to do so. It probably would help if I did, though. But no, I haven't taken Rolo out for a while. I should maybe do that at some point. But the problem is there's always something going on.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
You know?
Finding time for your cousin dog? Cousin dog. Yeah.
Puppy cousin.
Cousin Papa.
Yeah.
Yeah. With dogs, I was watching something on YouTube, and I don't know. It's because Kez saw it on TikTok, and then looked it up on YouTube, and it is the band.
If you say Colin from accounts, no, it's not. No,
it is the band Korn with an R in it. On some show, it's on Adult Swim, I think. And it's called like William Street Exchange. Okay. And what I love about the show is I can't tell if they're doing it as a joke or with full sincerity. Like, it looks like it's just a YouTube show. It is the production quality. Like, everyone's against a green screen. It starts off with the 2 hosts just talking, introducing the show, what's coming up on the show and all that. And it's just a zoom in up close of them shaking hands for like 4 minutes while they're discussing everything that's coming up, and it gets to the point when it's really awkward. But the thing is, with this show, it's about people connecting to exchange stuff. Like, one person's like, yeah, I've got this drum machine, willing to exchange it, make an offer. Another person's like, oh, I've got this retro DJ mixing board, make an offer. Or they might swap with each other. Who knows what's going to go? Because, like, the hosts are fully on, like, don't necessarily agree with this capitalist, what's the word? Hellscape, yeah, that'll do, that we live in. And they had puppies as well, like working with the local shelter that they wanted to help try and adopt out. And I don't know what was going on. Korn must have been doing a show in that town, and they managed to get them, well, 3 of them got Monkey, Head, and Fieldy on the show as well. And it's Korn sitting on a couch, holding puppies, with these people talking about whatever they want, with occasional people trying to swap items, with this like so calm and relaxing soundtrack playing in the background. But the hosts, Brogan, they talk like this, kind of channeling Bob Ross, that sort of vibe about it. Mm-hmm. And I realized that this is totally a video game that I would play. It's like a single objective kind of video game, like Unpacking or kind of Animal Crossing or something like that, where you are trying to get people together who to swap items while doing a podcast style interview with people and a calming soundtrack playing. It's like a perfect game.
Yeah.
Obviously an indie game, which is perfectly fine as well.
Actually, speaking of games, last week you mentioned about we were talking about cat games.
Yes.
And you said, oh, there was a cat game and I can't remember what it's called, but there's pirates and Matt Berry does the voiceover for it. I didn't realise you were talking about Cat Quest 3.
Yes, it's Cat Quest. Yeah.
I fucking love the Cat Quest games.
I've never played one. They're so good. I didn't know this was number 3. I thought this was the first one in the series.
No, this is number 3. You should definitely play them.
Oh, I will. I will look into them and I will get them and I will play them when I have
The only sad thing is, there's not usually a narrator.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think.
I think he might just be doing the trailer. I don't know.
He might just be doing the trailer.
Yeah.
But even having said that, it's a game that I've seen come up. I've seen the thumbnail for it, and I was like, I'm getting that one.
Yeah,
that's good.
But yeah, the only game I've been playing at the moment is Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, or whatever it's called. And I realized the other day that I've been playing for 20 hours, only had 6 hearts, and only went underground for the first time after 20 hours. That's how much of the game I've just been fucking around in. And after today, I've been playing for about 25 hours and still only have 6 hearts.
Sometimes that's just what you need.
Yeah.
So
I would like to know how different I play the game to other people. It's like, how many people are just going in there, finding the shrines, doing the temples, whatever, going and fighting the big boss. Whereas me, I start to go to a shrine, and then I realize I should probably unlock the map. So I then start to go to the tower. Then I'm like, ooh, there's a Korok over there. I'm going to go get that Korok and go see him. And then there's a well over there. And then there's a cave. I got to go investigate that cave as well. It's like, oh, there could be something up that mountain. Oh, what? There's nothing up this mountain? Oh, well, maybe there's something in that valley. No, I'm going to avoid that valley because there's a Lionel in there. So, have
you ridden on the back of a dragon yet?
No. You can ride on the back of a dragon? I did accidentally ride a deer.
I saw that I seen that come up on TikTok where somebody was streaming it and they went, oh my god! And then the camera pans up and they seen like this huge dragon going underground. And they're like, I'm gonna go ride it. So they jumped on the back of the dragon, and because it illuminates light, they were like, I can see the cavern.
Yeah.
You know? It was quite cool.
Oh, that's what it was on TikTok that has been trending with why we discovered this Corn TV show, whatever it was, because it was all Corn are allies, because they're with the puppers on the couch, and the hosts are like, maybe you can help us name these puppers. And Head's holding one, and it's like, is this a girl or a boy? It's like, it's a girl, and it goes, Gary. And then everyone's like, oh, the corner allies because non-gendered names, etc. And they went on and talked about that on the show as well.
Yeah.
And then Monkey named his Cinnamon. I don't know why. And it just made me think of The Simpsons. Oh, Cinnamon. It should have been me who chewed through that electrical cable. And Fieldy named his Zyrtec.
Nice.
Yes. Do you know what Zyrtec is, yeah?
I do know, but I can't remember why I know it.
It's an allergy medication.
That's what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, I watched about half of it and then forgot to watch the rest. But it was very entertaining. What about you? Have you been playing any games?
No.
No.
I haven't. I've done exactly 3... This is the thing that I think a lot of people don't really understand about how my brain works. Is that when I get into a hyperfixation thing, it's not a choice. I am physically not, I am mentally not capable of taking in other information, of processing in other things. I can't watch anything. I can't do anything. I can't even draw for the most part. It's I seen somebody describe it as like putting your brain in waiting mode. You know, it's like just waiting for that to fizzle out. It's
in waiting mode, like it's on hold on a phone call, or waiting mode like it's waiting to see a doctor needing help.
Tell a lie. It's related but not the same thing. So waiting mode is when you have to do something at, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's 10 o'clock in the morning. You can't do anything. You can't process anything. You can't.
Okay.
You're just in waiting mode. What I meant was ADHD paralysis.
Right.
Where it's like your brain is going 4,000 miles an hour and you can't do anything. That's what it feels like right now. As we're talking.
So
it's like Pendulette is screaming in my brain, and we know what Pendulette screaming sounds like.
Oh yeah. It's almost as bad as the witch cackle laugh.
Oh my god! Do you know what? It's somehow more comforting to find a video of Pen screaming and just play that on repeat. I've done that before.
Yes, you've sent me that before. I'm sure.
I have sent you that.
Only been you.
13 seconds solid of Pendulette screaming.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know how much would help. I mean, okay, no, this still would help with the hyperfixation if Pen is in there screaming. If you can relate it to Pen, is to help with avoiding the hyperfixation as well. Mm-hmm. Having that, what did you call it? What paralysis?
ADHD paralysis.
Okay. Is that because if that's affecting your ability to do other things, or at least choices of other things, you can go to the dice?
It's not so much choices.
Okay.
It's like, because I could probably roll the dice and say, what am I doing? What am I watching now? But then I would... So say, for example, I did that with watching something on TV. I roll the dice and I'm like, okay, am I going to watch... You know, if it's an odd number, I'm going to watch The Nanny again. If it's an even number, I'll put on Colin from Accounts on BBC, which I keep mentioning because it's a show with a dog in it that's Australian, and my mum was very surprised you hadn't mentioned this to me.
I don't know what it is. I've never heard of it.
You'll have to go and look it up and then we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, all right.
But, so say I do that and it rolls and it's like, dice says, okay, you watch Colin from Accounts. I'll put that on and my brain just is like, no.
Doesn't want to play ball.
Like, yep. It's, you know, when you read a page of a book and your brain is just not taking it in. Your brain is a stone instead of a sponge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it's like right now, all the time. It's incredibly frustrating.
Yeah.
And especially from the art side, because we know what it takes, like my art timing is. I take like a couple of hours to do something. It's not... I do stuff very, very, very quickly.
Yeah.
See, when I get like this, I'm like, my reputation is going down the drain.
Yeah. No, I can relate to that because I'm not even putting anything out. I've got comics that I've done and haven't even put onto Patreon. But then I also didn't stream this week. I also haven't been drawing any comics this past week. I even stopped doing those little things for me as well, those drawings. But I mean, I think that just come down to it got to the weekend and got a little bit busy.
Yeah.
But I've turned to the dice a few times this week for decisions. So I'm thinking if I do need to do that, it was even like some of it was including draw a comic in the dice, and it didn't come up anyway. But it's the hardest part is still coming up with all the options, because I don't want to leave it down to like a odd or even roll every time. Out between two things. It just seems stupid. But then I don't have the time to want to sit down, look at the dice probability chart, and yeah. But it's worked out. It's been fine. Like literally, one of the dice rolls was can either sit here and try and work out what to do, or just get up and start walking away, and that worked perfectly. So got to walk away.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that was while I was at the shops and trying to decide on food to eat or have a drink. And the reason I was at the shops is because I don't know if this made me a little bit sad or happy, because I went and bought the game Skull.
Oh.
The game that we were playing with Schwood and the ICS boys and that.
Yeah.
Because I really enjoyed it. And I had my brothers come over on Saturday, and I just wanted to be able to play it. And there's a whole bunch of us, so enough people to play it. It sounds like I've got a lot of brothers. No, there was 5 of us, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 of us in total. So enough people to play a good, healthy round of Skull.
Yeah.
But then I don't know if that was me just trying to relive the glory of of hanging out with peeps, or if it was because I enjoyed the game. But I think it's because I enjoy the game.
Yeah. And it's nice to relive it as well. I've still got the test game that you guys played.
You recorded it. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can hear me shouting in the background, hurry it up, my arms are tired.
Yeah. with Donnelly the Assassin.
I still have that. I've got a Matt Donnelly Skull Assassin art piece sitting somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, need to see that one.
Yeah.
Let's go into art talk, because there's not going to be much art talk. So I think we should go into art talk.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to not have to preface art talk by saying we should go into art talk. I should just be able to like hit a button and something like, you know, if I was spoiling something, the spoiler music would start playing like this. But we're not spoiling anything. We're just talking art. No. So I'm aware that it's been a fairly weak art week. That's WEAK and WEEK for both of us.
Yeah.
But
well, actually, there's 2 more things. We talked about this before we started recording, and we mentioned
because we are professionals. We work out what we're going to talk about beforehand, even though we've already run out.
There's 2 things we didn't mention on that. So I'm going to start off with that.
All right.
So we talked about 2 art pieces that I hadn't posted on Instagram or Twitter last time. So I put a poll on our Twitter and said, Do y'all want to see it? And the answers were yes, curious, yes, aroused, yes, disgusted, or no. I mean, there's 25 votes. I think there was 1 vote for no, and the rest of the votes were split between curious and aroused.
Oh, shit.
And when I seen it, I retweeted it and said, at least 5 of y'all are perverts, and I respect that.
There's nothing perverted about it, unless it's just perverse curiosity.
Yeah, I'm like, you're just all curious perverts, apparently. It's not even like it was that bad.
No, it's not.
You know, it wasn't.
It was just really surprising to see it at the first, when I clicked the link.
Yeah, it's not what you were expecting. It's not the kind of thing I usually draw. There wasn't a hunky boy in sight.
It was perfect Tumblr fodder.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, that was quite funny to post that. I think people were a bit like, what the fuck? Yeah.
And that was the last week's discussion. If people are wondering, you can still find it on Twitter.
Yes. But the other things I've done, that's the only nanny related content this week that has been posted.
So you have done some more nanny related content then?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Because it's the only thing my brain will let me do.
Yeah. It was a silly question on my part. I knew the answer deep down.
Don't get me wrong, I love Niles, I love Cece, I love drawing this shit, but holy fuck, I would love to just draw something else. Yes, you with the fucking tattoo, what's your question?
Have you drawn Chester yet?
I have not drawn Chester yet.
You need to draw Chester.
I do. Chester. Do you know what? We never talked about that. We're going to come back to this. We're going to come back to the nanny, because that was after we recorded last week, so I'm going to come back to that. What
are we coming back to? Why aren't we just talking about it now?
We'll talk about it now because it's art talk, but this isn't art talk, but we'll come back to art talk.
Okay, so we're talking about... we're doing as we should, and we're just letting the conversation flow. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm down for this.
So when we were talking about the nanny, you said... you mentioned Oi to the World, the animated Chris. Yeah. And you were like, and Chester. And I was like, how do you know Chester? You're like, Chester talks in it. What you failed to tell me was that Danny Davis sings in it.
Oh, okay. That's
and I was like,
lack of memory.
Hi, Danny Davis. You sing so well, sir.
But did his accent break when he was singing?
I don't think it did. His accent breaks so much. Oh my God. The amount of time, I'm starting to look for it now when I rewatch stuff, and I can hear it all the fucking time. And sometimes you can tell it's kind of like a joke. It's, part of it's him doing an impression.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're like, you didn't mean to say it like that. Kinda, sorta. And just like, that's American.
And it's a sitcom, so they're probably not doing second takes or anything, unless there's like massive failures in
There's a couple
speaking.
of bloopers.
Yeah,
there's a couple of bloopers that are online, but that I have found, which just, oh my god.
I'm watching a show called Silo, and the main character in that, I can't even tell you what accent they're trying to attempt. Like, sometimes it sounds American, sometimes it sounds British, sometimes it even sounds South African. I really don't know what they're doing. That's what bothers me the most. Like, just pick a lane and stay in it. Don't try to...
Just do your own accent.
Yeah.
Fuck it up.
I guess it's like how I sometimes pronounce the R in things. Like,
that always sounds a little bit...
It sounds forced.
Weird.
Yeah. It's not...
Yeah.
It's not natural. It's not normal. It's not right.
Yeah. It's like... Because I remember... Because Danny Davis does have a, like, southern accent.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard him talk about it, and it's like... He changed it up because, it's like you don't hear Shakespeare in a southern accent. And I'm like, well, you clearly haven't heard Teller talk about it.
Yeah.
And then my brain went, Teller Shakespeare starring Danny Davis. I'm like, yeah! Give me that!
Worlds merge.
Yes. Teller, I have an idea for you.
I mean... obviously, the character of Niles was always meant to be British, so he was hired on the basis of, like, it wasn't going to be, well, I say, Miss Babcock, well, fuck you, or whatever he says to her.
Yeah, no, it was always meant to be British. I think, again, I remember seeing them talk about that. It's between him and somebody else whose name I don't know, but at the time, apparently a really big star. And he's like, yeah, I got the call from France. Like, hi Danny. The nasally voice. I bet you thought it was going to be such and such that got the role. And I was like, yeah. It's just like, yeah, well, if I'd picked him, it would be the so-and-so show, and it would, but this is the Brand Drescher show,
exactly.
So fuck him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thank you for that. Thank you for giving me my boy Niles.
Yeah. It's kind of like how this is the Brogan show. I mean, imagine if you were doing hosting with someone else. It might not be the Brogan show. It might be someone even more beloved than you. The correct answer is, that's not possible.
The only reason I think is because I do part-time host 2 Scoops.
Yeah.
But I'm also not... I don't host...
That's the rain. That is the rain.
Shit!
I can see the waveform. Okay, I'll hopefully be able to get rid of it in post-production. I'm wearing a scarf at the moment, if that explains the weather.
Yeah. I mean, it's coming up to winter for you. It's summertime for me.
If it's summertime, is it summertime for you? If it's summertime for you now...
Not quite.
Okay, then it's not quite winter for me then.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
The nanny, tangents, etc. And there was
I've never been. Yeah, I was going to say I'm definitely not the most. Well, I've never hosted ICS, so I can't lose on that one. So, but yeah, the 2 podcasts I have hosted.
I think. What would it take for us to host ICS? One of them would have to die, I think. 3 of them
would have to die.
But would it be considered hosting, or would it be considered just guesting? It's like when, I'm trying to think of an example. I don't have one.
No.
Yeah, no, nothing. No example.
No.
Well, I guess when
I don't know.
Whitney came in on Pod Therapy, when Nick was away, but then Whitney just kind of stuck around anyway, so that's not really guest hosting. It's different because it's TV shows, but like when Johnny Carson would have guest hosts of the Tonight Show, like Letterman and Leno and stuff. That doesn't happen in the podcast world, as far as I'm aware.
No, it doesn't. The closest you get is like pre-recorded bank shows, like for us playing our Who Scoops episodes.
Yeah, or just having guests on. Like, I mean, we haven't. I don't think it's possible for one of us to miss an episode of Hey Buddy Nice Podcast, because I think we just wouldn't record. It's like, if I turned around and said, I'm not doing it this week, let's get someone to fill, we wouldn't do that, I don't think.
I think it's possible. I don't know if we would do it or how it would work, because at the end of the day, everything has to go through you anyway.
What do you mean has to go through me? I'm not a totalitarian reigning fucking dictator.
Because you're the editor and you're the person who has all the ability to upload stuff.
Yeah, got ya. Hey, look,
I don't know how to upload stuff.
You've got the login. It's not hard. You go to the website and you just click on things.
I don't want to know. This keeps you valuable and keeps you job security for you.
Oh, woo. Job security. Hurrah. I almost wish I didn't have job security. Not for this. I'm talking about my real job.
Yeah, me too.
But, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, no,
I'm off a week today.
Yeah, a week today. You're going to go see the boys. Penn and Ortella. And in celebration of that, you did some artwork. See how we tied that all together?
Back to art talk. Nice. Nice. Yeah, it's so their first tour of their UK tour. Mm-hmm. The England tour.
The England tour,
I say that. I saw people talking about that on Twitter, and they're like, it's not a UK tour, it's an English tour. And I'm like, look,
it's not.
That's not their fault. You know, it's... Don't bitch at Penn on Twitter for about that.
When Niall Horan says he's doing an Australian tour and only goes over east. That's an East Australian tour.
Yeah.
I know that because of Kez.
The only slight difference is it's still the same country.
Yeah.
There's 3 countries they're missing out the UK.
Scotland is part of it's just England. It's all one thing. Your face. That's why I said it, just to see what your reaction would be.
Wayne can say this because he's like half a world away.
Oh yeah, I would not say this in your presence unless it was on on a podcast recording or something. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's the English tour. But yeah, their first night was on the 1st, so done a little. I haven't really done much Penn and Teller stuff recently, and again, it's not because I don't want to, it's just I can't. Yeah. But that one I was like, I'll do a little something, say good luck boys,
because it's not called the Penn and Teller bi-weekendly anymore, is it?
No, it's just the Penn and Teller bits.
Yeah, cool. Because I was always confused about like the how often it meant by saying bi-weekendly. And
every other weekend.
Well, yeah, I saw a meme, which of course I saved to my phone because that's all I do now.
Yes.
That explained it all to me. It says that there's a lot of confusion about the term bisexual. I'm here to tell you that it does in fact mean once every 2 sexuals rather than twice per sexual. So it makes... Yeah, I understand it all now.
Yes.
So it's just them against the British flag sipping tea.
Yeah. Just some nice and simple, done while watching them on the One Show.
I don't even know what the One Show is. What is the One Show?
It's like I don't know.
Is it a morning show?
No, it's on at 7:00 at night.
Is it a variety show?
Not really. Like news, interviews. It's almost like a morning show, but half an hour long, and at 7:00 at night.
Really? A half an hour show?
It's a half an hour show.
That seems weird. Like, it's called The One Show. I'd expect it to go for 1 hour, or is it on BBC One?
It's on BBC One.
Ah, yeah. Work that out quick.
Yeah. So they were on that and doing a trick which the host kind of fucked up.
Oh, what a dickhead. Who was the host?
I know. I don't know, but I know that one of the hosts is Roman Kent, who is the son of...
Roy Kent?
Kim Fassbando Bally.
Oh.
No. Martin Kemp.
Kent.
Martin Kemp's son.
Kemp, not Kent.
Kemp.
My bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it was the female host, and I can't remember. And they were... So the way the trick starts out is the hosts come over to a table where Penn and Teller are sitting, and they're eating something. I don't know what the fuck they're eating.
Who are eating? Who, the hosts or Penn and Teller?
Penn and Teller.
Okay.
And there's like, their hands are covered in sauce and like, I don't know, it's
wings?
like fish and chips or something. It's not wings. It looks like chips or something, but they're like, Teller's face is covered in sauce. Like, what? Like, my dude, what the fuck? And it's to do with like, oh yeah, you guys mix the cards, cut it there, put it there, blah, blah, blah. And Teller names the position in the deck of where the chosen card is. Mm-hmm. and they were one off.
So it was any...
Because she counted two.
Any card, any position, or any card, any number? Is that sort of trick, was it?
Any card, any position, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, like they picked a card, shuffled the deck, cut the deck, cut the deck, cut the deck.
Yep.
Then Taylor would give a number, Pen would tap, and Taylor would go, 7. Then Pen would tap the deck again. It was like 13. It's like, oh yeah, your card's now 13th in the deck. And they were like one off, but I think she counted wrong or she cut the deck wrong. It was very,
Is the one show live?
Yes.
Oh, that sucks. That's annoying.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I know. But what I will say, apart from that, they then cut to something else for like give the boys time to clean up, and then they come back and they're on the couch. But it's one of the better TV interviews they've done.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm saying that from the host's point of view as well, because you know how hosts are usually like, oh, it's Taylor here, is he going to talk?
Yeah.
They were very much like, you're both here, we know Taylor doesn't talk, so Pen. So like acknowledging that Taylor's there and that Taylor doesn't talk. It's like, we're not ignoring you, but Pen. And they started asking about art stuff.
Oh, wow. So I've been seeing all these arts on the interwebs, right? And they're all these hunky fucking Penn and Tellers. What is up with that? I assume that's what the host sounds like.
Well, it was to do with, because the section before, they'd been talking about some art competition thing that happens, or art display that so many people get picked for. And then obviously it comes back to this, like, I know that...
Prize.
I don't know, to be honest.
Don't know.
But there was like, Taylor, we know you don't talk, so Pen, we know that, Taylor's dad was an artist. What's the connection there?
Cool.
And it's like, and Pen's like, oh yeah, no, Taylor did all our adverts when we were just starting out. Taylor drew all them, and I'm like, I feel like I knew that, but I don't think I've ever heard them say it. Yeah,
no, that's good. It's none of that usual, why doesn't Taylor talk and all that sort of shit. Or the red nail, and yeah.
Yeah, like none of the usual shit. So it was really nice to see, and obviously the promoting the tour and stuff. Which...
So that's good. That means we've got stuff to talk about with Taylor when he eventually guests on Hey Buddy Nice podcast during Art Talk. Yeah.
I would just let Taylor go absolutely fucking wild and just say whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah. So look, they were eating something you sent me a photo of this of them on the one show, and I thought they were eating wings. So I thought it was on some weird wing thing. Are you up to date on ICS as well, by the way?
I'm not.
Okay. But Sunday school you are. Sunday school you must be to an extent, because I thought it was listening to Reddy talk about the hot wing challenge.
Yes, because he told us about it.
That's right. I was like, I've heard this before. Why are they talking about this again? But I remembered, oh wait, that was in a conversation that didn't actually involve us, but we were privy to.
Yeah, because he was telling
Jacob.
He was telling Jacob
at Peppermill, and I thought it was funny that Matt wasn't invited, and it's like, well, Jacob has been.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm looking at the picture right now, and it looks like they're eating burgers. But oh my, I forgot. His face is just literally covered in sauce. Yeah.
But his face was not why you sent me that. It's the top of his head. No. His head. What is up with his fucking? This is 20-year ago do of
he has
Mr.
literally
Teller.
Got the do not try this at home afro.
Okay, like 40 year ago.
Yeah, it's a proper. There's so much hair.
Yeah,
I literally sent the picture to you and said, Taylor's hair, I'm screaming.
I think he's gotten a perm or something, and it looks ginger.
It was very coppery red.
Yeah.
Gingery. Yeah, it was very dark. He's beauty, he's grace, his hair's all over the place. It's very, very fluffy.
Yeah. Floofy. It's floofy.
Floofy hair.
I've been watching a bit of Penn and Teller stuff as well last couple of days. I say yesterday. I was catching up on my Penn and Teller Fool Us, all right? And I don't remember where I was up to because we have not been deleting the episodes as we watch them, so I press play on the first one in the list, watch the whole introduction, listen to Alison's intro, so theme music, Alison's intro. I was like, I've heard this, I know I have. And the first Magicians, I've seen this one. I did that 4 times till I got up to the episode I was up to. So I watched about 15 minutes of Penn and Teller Fool Us that I'd already seen before I got up to I think it's episode 11. Magician comes on stage and needs some volunteers. Now the thing is, this was still recorded COVID protocol, so no audience. So they've had to get people in, and it's just 5 random dudes. straight away, I'm looking at dude number 1, and it's like, that is fucking Dr. Nick. What the hell is going on here? Why is Dr. Nick on this fucking Penn and Teller stage right now? And I could tell by the little snarl smile that he had going on. It's like, that is definitely Dr. Nick. No question about it. And then Kez is like, hang on, number 4, that's Big Sexy. That's Big Sexy and Dr. Nick on the same stage helping out this magician. And like, no one says anything at all. Except for Dr. Nick, because I don't know if you've seen it yet, but no. It's just perfect. It's exactly what you expect from Nick. The magician's like, thank you for helping, and he says something like, you're welcome. It's like, just answers like, just because he's just that polite.
He's just polite. It's just a good and polite boy.
Now, also, if you're listening, Nick, why the hell were we not told about this? I feel like I've heard this talked about. Okay.
I do feel, I can't remember when. I think, because this would have been recorded before
you're right.
we were in Vegas. I think I remember Nick talking about it.
And I am behind on Pod Therapy, so maybe when it aired, maybe it was talked about, or maybe when it was recorded. All right.
Yeah.
And Big Sexy didn't tell us either. It's like, gosh, we were in the same theatre together, and he was not like,
yeah, I
was up on that stage. It's like, come on, this is integral information for us.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you sent me the picture, and I didn't click what it was at first.
Yeah.
And I saw Big Sexy because
you
big
identified
purple t-shirt.
Yep. Yes. Yeah. That's what Kez said. It was the purple t-shirt.
And then and I was like, that's Big Sexy, and then you were like, it's also Nick on number 1. I was like, oh fuck. It's like, what is this? And then I said, what is this? Looked at it and went, the loss.
Yes. Yeah. It was, I can only assume Matt just called some people and said, hey, we need some people to help out if you're around.
I have a vague recollection of there being some audience.
Not on the footage.
Not on the show. But like Nick going in with Laura and them moving him. Something like that. I could be totally
you're
wrong.
Right. I do remember something like that, but I thought that might have been for an earlier season.
It might have been. I don't know, but who knows? I mean, it could just be that Matt just called people.
Yeah.
Didn't call me.
Well, you were not in town at the time. You were busy Scotlanding it up.
I would have made the journey. Logan, do you want to come on stage on the Penn and Teller show? Fuck yeah, I would.
For 5 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah, sure, I'll take my life savings and...
But magical people, hey. I guess we should go back to Art Talk, because there's another magical beast who is the star of this month, being June.
Yes. So, new month, new calendar, new hunky boy, posted on time this time. And this month we have the one and only Piff the Magic Dragon.
Yeah. Piff the Magic Dragon. Boy. The first time you showed me it, I didn't realise that the dragon skin was ripping around the biceps.
Yeah, it was hard because trying to work out how to do it and keep the dragon skin on.
Yeah.
And not make it look like it was his actual skin.
Yeah.
I was like, there's a couple of ways I could do this. I could, I think somebody mentioned I could have the top off and wrap around his waist.
Yeah.
That's what you said. And then I was like, but we don't see Piff with spikes. Yeah. I was like, people would be like, who the fuck is this?
I feel like this is better.
Yeah. With the suit open, slightly ripped. Yeah. I
don't know. He's looking more than slightly ripped.
It's also the first time I've done one in the new line style as well.
Oh, of course. Yep.
Which I'm still tweaking with. I like it better than the black lines, but I'm still not quite sure.
I find it hard to step away from black lines in general, even just with my own drawings that I'm doing at the moment. Let me take a look. I think I don't have it on me. I tried to draw. I had the idea that I wanted to draw something gelatinous and kind of see-through, and it was a piece of cake, because I bought some cheesecake on Friday, Thursday, whatever it was. I bought some cheesecake. Now, look, the cheesecake. I got some cheesecake, a quarter of a triple choc, and I got a quarter of a lemon meringue. I thought it was a lemon meringue pie, but it's like lemon meringue flavored fucking cheesecake. And like their base, I don't know if you're a cheesecake aficionado, but the biscuit base should not have coconut in it. I don't think I'm alone in that.
I wouldn't be opposed to that, but at the same time, I've not had one like that, so I don't know. I can't say.
Yeah. But anyway, the vision in my head before I started drawing it was that it would be like sort of green jello-like substance, but it would have like a dark green sort of lines, and then the opacity of the cake. I still never know if opaque means fully see-through or not see-through. It'd be like 50% opacity.
The lower the opacity, the more see-through.
Yeah. But I didn't even attempt it because I don't think it would have looked good, because then I feel like I'd have to draw everything else in non-black lines.
What I've found easiest to do is to draw the lines with the colour I'm going to fill it with, then copy the line art, multiply, and put that over, and then lower the opacity of that.
That's a good idea.
So it's the same colour, and so there's not clash.
Yeah.
It doesn't. If I'm doing it with white, I'll do it a slightly darker grey, or if I'm doing like a really dark colour, like one of the earlier Nile suits, the lines for his dark blue suit were lighter than his actual suit. So it's just playing with stuff like that. The problem is if they've got light eyes, because I don't do black eyes, I try and do the colour.
Yeah.
And face stuff, is that sometimes I'll copy and paste that a couple of times and mess with the opacity of that.
Yeah. Any other art talk for you today?
No, I've got a couple of things I'm working on. As always, I'm trying so hard to do stuff that I need to do.
Yeah.
But we'll see. There's an animatic thing I'm working on that actually, thinking about it, I was thinking about this last night, it actually goes right back to my roots. My first type of drawing, because my first drawing was Vines but Penn and Teller.
Oh, yeah.
And this is Vines but the Nanny, because I saw a couple and it made me laugh.
Yep.
So we'll see. And the good thing about those is Vines are 7 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's like, what, 2 drawings? 3, maybe? It's, yeah.
I have started something as well. I'll tell you what it is, but no one else is allowed to know. Okay. It is an animatic, and it's going to be a video clip for one of the songs. It's not going to be the one that I said that I was going to do originally, because that's just not possible. But I think I can successfully do.
Ooh.
And I'm not jumping into it straight, like feet first. I'm just not going into it and drawing it. I'm storyboarding it.
Ooh.
And I am enjoying. I'm what, 6. I've worked on it for 25 minutes, so I've done 6 screens worth of storyboarding. But I'm also laying it out, because there'll be like zooming and bits of motion, stuff like that, which I'll run by you before I actually start inking it, basically.
So that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I think it's doable. There's enough moments in there that I think I can get comedy out of, and it's not as intense as the other one I was going to do.
Yeah, the other one, that's that. No. When you said what you were doing, I was like, I mean, okay.
Yep. And then when I went to start it, I had to record the audio off Spotify because I don't have it downloaded. How
dare you?
I was like, I accidentally recorded the song because I'd convinced myself that was the one I was going to do.
Oh.
Yeah, but so maybe that might be the next one. Maybe we could do like I'll stop talking about it because I might give away what, because there's going to be lots of beeping stuff out of what I just said.
I think between us we could probably animatic.
Yeah, we could.
We could. It might take a couple of years.
Oh yeah.
It might take as long as it took them to come out.
Yeah. Other than that, I've not been doing anything. So I'm thinking I could go to a classic. Not so good at this comic.
Ooh.
I mean, we're on episode 69, so I could go comic 69.
Go for it.
All right, cool.
Not so good at this.
Not so good at this.
You're not allowed to sing over the theme. What are you doing? Let's try.
You didn't play the theme.
Yes, I did. Oh, you can't hear it.
No, it didn't play.
You can't hear it because I haven't shared audio. So I'll do it one more time.
Oh.
Not so good at this.
There we go. And our special throwback comic we're looking at today is comic number 69.
Nice.
Yeah. Working title is something. I don't know. What is the working title of this? The working title is Dream. And it's 3 panels long. In the first panel, we see a guy and a girl having a chat. And the guy is saying, I had a special dream about you last night. She replies,
Really?
Yep. And in the last panel, we see the guy's dream is that he is riding her, but she is actually a giant bat monster creature and is riding her through the sky, and she's going scree-ah. I could make a scree-ah noise.
I didn't know you drew a comic about Jim's mum.
Oh, it's not a bat mum. It is I mean, I guess it is kind of bat-like, but she's not a mother, damn it. It's a demon creature from hell. Anyway, that's the comic. So that wraps up art talk, I guess. We've probably got a little bit more time. Okay. Last one. Sorry, this is my bad, Brogan. I totally forgot I forgot to wish you a happy WA Day.
What's the WA Day?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's the reason why I'm not working today, because it's a public holiday. WA Day is apparently a celebration for all West Australians. I don't know. It's just an excuse for a public holiday.
I mean, don't knock it if you're getting time off work for free.
Oh yeah, it used to be called something else, but I don't remember what it was called.
Columbus Day.
Yes, it was Columbus Day. I think it was it was in my head for a second, and now it's gone. No, I got nothing. But yeah, I just felt like I should extend out my wishing well of you of having a happy WA Day.
And also to you.
I don't want it. You can keep it. It's too late, Brogan. It's 8:24 at night. My WA Day is over, and it wasn't great. So I blame this whole state of Western Australia.
Fair enough.
How often do you get public bank holidays?
Not a huge amount. We always get them for anything that's to do with the Royals.
Yeah.
But there's the Easter ones, Christmas and New Year. I think there's one in September or October or both.
Probably.
I can't remember, to be honest.
That's what makes me a bit sad now. This is the last public holiday until September.
Oof.
So no more free days off.
Boo.
Now, do you get paid for public holidays?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, you're a full-time worker, aren't you?
Yeah.
Technically,
it's just counted as yeah.
Technically, I'm not, so I don't get paid for it, which is bullshit because I am.
I was. Then I take back my complaining about it. Complain all you want about it.
Yeah, I shall. So
I won't complain about it because I get paid for it.
I'm happy to not work though today, so I'm fine with that. Even though, like, they were trying to get us to work Saturday. It's like, why make us work the Saturday if we're getting the Monday off? That's just stupid. Yeah. So I'm going to be working next Saturday against everything inside of me that's telling me not to. I'm going to, which means I probably won't be doing a comic stream again next week. Sorry to disappoint anyone who's listening who wasn't going to show up anyway. Yeah, I think, yeah, we're done, Brogan. We're done.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's episode 69.
Nice.
It can only go on for so long before it comes to the natural conclusion. I don't know what that means.
I thought you were going to say before it comes to its climax.
Oh, wow, man. Right. Yeah, take two. Take two. Yeah. It can only go a certain amount of time before it comes to its remove sunglasses. Climax.
Oh
yeah! Your store is still up there. Were we talking about that before recording? 7billionneedles.com.
Yeah, launched on the 1st. I've had 2 orders, which is great. It's more than I ever expected.
Yeah. Yep.
And one of the orders was for the big version of the ICS poster, because that's available.
Yes. Not signed. Oh, you could sign it? Are you Are you offering to have signed stuff?
I didn't, but I didn't think anybody would want my signature on it.
That's not the point. You offer.
I'll think about that. We'll see.
Only on like posters and prints and stuff, not on like stickers.
Yeah, not stickers.
Yeah, no. I might ask for a signed sticker.
You would.
Yeah, I would, just to annoy you. But yeah, check out Brogan's store. I was checking it out because I wanted to see how much shipping was, but I was very preoccupied at the time, and I know that I had to enter in all my information to see how much shipping was. That's how the internet works. I'm aware of that. You're aware of that. But I got bored halfway through, and I knew that I'd come back and buy it, and I'd discuss it with you. So, do you know offhand how much shipping is? Or is that a question to leave up to the internet?
No, I can tell. I can't remember how much. I think it's £2 for the UK and $3.50 for outside the UK. For stickers. For prints, For prints, it's higher because obviously I have to send a tube.
Tubes and stuff. I think that is very fair prices.
And it's flat rate.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So check out 7billionneedles.com on the interwebs and look at the fine things that are for sale. Have you got more stuff going up soon, or not yet?
I do have one thing. I can't remember if it's on the site or not, marked as coming soon. But so it's the little cousin's birthday soon, and the oldest. Actually, both of them have been watching like TikTok compilations on YouTube.
Who doesn't?
And they're obsessed with the whole capybara thing. So the oldest wanted a capybara t-shirt.
Yeah.
So I ordered it for him, and I was like, I can do this better.
Did you cancel the order?
No, he's getting the one that he asked for.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I'm like, well, if he doesn't like the one I drew for him, at least he's got that.
Yeah.
But no, so I drew him one that says "Respect the capybara." It's a capybara with sunglasses on.
And I think the funniest thing is that you put it up on our store, which is nicepodbud.com/store, bought it, took it off for sale, and I see the email come through to our nicepodbud at gmail.com email.
Yep.
And I just know it's something that you've drawn, put up there, bought. I just message you, it's like, what
the fuck is this?
What are you buying? What are you drawing for yourself and buying?
I've done that at least 4 times where I've put up a design, bought one, and then deactivated it.
Yep. I'm thinking about doing that myself just for cool shirt ideas. Like, I just want like a rainbow cat head or something.
I think I see no problem in that because it puts money into the Nice Pod Bud thing, so it might as well give ourselves whatever profit there is on it, and it means we have complete control over it.
Exactly. But yeah, we have real merch there as well, which you can buy, not just stuff that entertains ourselves. nicepodbud.com/store. But yeah, I mentioned the email, admin@nicepodbud.com. You can write into us, and we've given you some examples of our art crimes this week, more so our crime of not doing art, but we would like to discuss your art crimes as well. So send them in. Or you can reach out directly on Twitter @nicepodbud, or Brogan can be reached at 7billionneedles. You did them.
And we could... Yeah, did you say that where you could be reached? I'm distracted.
No, it's not my job to do that.
I know, because I was like, you did both this week. So no, you can reach Wayne at WayneGeo.
That is correct. But yep, in the meantime, thanks for stopping by and having a listen.
As always, stay fresh, cheese bags.